Good morning. Happy Friday. It is Friday, March 28th, 9:01 a.m. This is live with Frankie Olivo. Lot of rain. It's crazy what we have seen these past couple days. We have seen the Rio Grande Valley underwater, so to speak. We have been getting a lot of feed pictures, videos of individuals dealing with the flood. But before we start, again, we thank each and every one of you for tuning in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you are watching this feed. And I always start the show by encouraging each and every one of you to like the feed and share it. Our mission is to keep our community informed, and all we ask of you is to like our Facebook page. We're under Frankie Olivo. Make sure you click and follow. We could also be found on YouTube. Um, so we're trying to grow big, and we have seen as of late how we have been getting traction. We have very good numbers, and again, all we ask is if you are down for the cause, if you're supportive, a simple like, a comment, a share really helps us out on Facebook and YouTube. People have also asked me, "What's this with stars?" Well, you can support my content by donating stars. Stars is a way for Facebook users to send digital currency. One star equates to 1 penny. I'm not a beggar, but make sure you like and share the page as much as possible. I really appreciate it. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. I'm not sure what you posted. I believe it's a comment. I believe it's a picture. But thank you so much for tuning in. Again, lots been going on. We have been on our phones these past few days. Lots of information. Me personally, I love this weather. To me, it relaxes me. I love gloomy days. For many individuals, they prefer the sun, they prefer the heat. I prefer the rain. I prefer darkness. It comforts me, puts me to sleep. But I understand individuals aren't fond of it. We will be talking today about the city of Brownsville and our drainage issues. Again, we will be talking about other cities in the Rio Grande Valley that were deeply impacted by the rain. And I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but doesn't it feel as if this came out of nowhere? We're fortunate. We're fortunate in the city of Brownsville that we didn't get hit as hard. When we look, and we'll be showing pictures, McAllen, Reynosa, and even Harlingen. Harlingen got hit the most. In Brownsville, we're very fortunate. We're very fortunate to miss the rain. We did get some precipitation. We did get some rain, not as much as our uh, neighboring cities. And again, we will be starting off today's show with our award-winning segment. You guessed it, the weather, backed by popular demand. Um, we did get some severe weather alerts. Very alarming yesterday because they did state that the rain was going to be continuing. As of right now, it seems as if the city of Brownsville should get some rain during lunchtime, but for the most part, we're clear. We're clear of the severe rain. Also, we want to inform our community that Herm's Smokehouse is offering free meals, free meals to those individuals that have been impacted by the flood. They are located in Los Fresnos. They will be offering free food while supplies last from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you'd like to contact them to get their location, just to check to see if there is any food available, they could be contacted at 956-254-2063. Again, we commend individuals that are giving back to the community. This is an entrepreneur, a business owner who is opening up his doors, opening up his pocketbooks, and doing the little that he can for his community. And we commend individuals like that. We have talked about how we ourselves feel that we are part of this great cause, that we come before you every day at 9 a.m. To keep you informed, to keep you up to date. We talk about the important issues. We want to hold our elected officials accountable. But whenever we see business owners that venture out and open up their pocketbooks for the betterment of the community, we love it. We love it. We applaud them. We encourage our community to give them business. They are showing their love for the local area. So all we can do, the little that we can do, is support local business. Instead of going to Rudy's, check out our friends at Herm's Smokehouse. Again, they will be offering free food today from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure you call them to get their location. They're located on in Los Fresnos, 956-254-2063. And also, we are going to encourage our community. Go like their page, Herm's Smokehouse. It's the little we can do. Again, we're very fond of individuals that are active in the community, that want to give back. So the little that we can do is go and show support. So we commend Herm's Smokehouse for opening up their pocketbooks and letting the community know that there is people out there that care, and that want to be part of building back, of getting back on our feet. Sometimes we don't realize how fortunate we are. We'll be showing pictures from neighboring cities in the Rio Grande Valley where individuals lost their vehicles. They were stranded on the side of the road. McAllen was deeply impacted with flood. Homes, the hospital, here in Harlingen as well. So we commend individuals that give back to the community, but it's very important for us to do our part by supporting local business. Good morning, Janet. How's your day going? Hope you have a great day, and hopefully you stay dry. Brownsville has always had drainage problems, zero investment in infrastructure. And that's something that we want to address because it is a very important topic that it seems, Vela, our local officials have been kicking the can down the road. You would think that addressing the issues with the flood should be paramount, should be at the top of the list. But that doesn't seem to be the case. It seems as if our officials, and look, I don't want you to think, oh man, Frankie thinks it's easy. I was fortunate to get a little inside look at the day in the life of a politico, no? My predecessor, once he was there, and he was very critical. He was very critical of our local elected officials. But once you're in there, in that hot seat, it's a total different ball game. You get information that we're not privy to. And maybe us from this side of the aisle, we might think, oh man, why don't you fix this? Why don't you fix that? It's difficult. It's difficult to raise money. It's difficult to request for grants. Good morning, man. Love you. Hope you have a great day and hope to see you soon. Love you, man. It is difficult. I don't want to seem like a Debbie Downer that will be coming on and just bashing people. That's not the case. We want a better community. We want a better Brownsville. Me personally, I see Brownsville as being that city on the hill. We are one of the largest cities in the Rio Grande Valley, but it seems as if the city of McAllen, has been eating our lunch. We can talk about the airport, how we can't even compare to their airport. We can talk about their local economy. We can talk about how culturally diversified they are. If you want Mediterranean food, Italian, Vietnamese, Korean, from all cultures, we could find it there. So I don't want y'all to say, here we go. This fool comes on and all he does is bashes people. No, I commend individuals who go into local politics because at the end of the day, they want to have a better community. Um, we understand that they have a very difficult job, but it's like how Vela says, it seems as if there is no foresight. There is no let's plan ahead. Again, Brownsville has been dealing with drainage issues for years and years and years. But every time it rains, it always floods. And the scary thing about this is that we haven't gotten a hurricane. When's the last time we got a hurricane, chat? The last time I remember we had a serious hurricane was probably when I was in high school. And that's going on 20 years now. Damn, my 20-year reunion is coming up. Still debating whether I should go or not. But that's the last time I could remember that, and I could visualize it so clearly. I was at my aunt's house, and we were locked up in the house. We couldn't move for days because it was just raining and raining and raining and raining. That was 20 years ago. Aren't we bound for another hurricane very soon? I would think so. But you know that when it comes, it's going to come full force because it's been 20 years. Now, imagine if the little raindrops that we get floods the area, imagine a hurricane. Would there be casualties? I hope not. But we want to use this platform to encourage, to motivate our local elected officials to work on these issues. And I'm not saying, they don't care. No, they do care. They generally do care. And we'll be discussing about the state of the city and how they did say that they are attempting to address these issues. But we have to be very critical because it's not enough. Again, Brownsville is bound for a hurricane sooner or later. The question is, are we ready? We are blessed. I'm between Lincoln and Cleveland. We have Falk Lake, that too, all weather. Oh yes, Falk, Falk Middle School. If those that are familiar with Falk, it's a fishbowl, isn't it, Janet? You have the school, and then you have like a big fishbowl. I don't know. I don't know if that helps alleviates, but I do remember Falk. And the property next door, the land next door, does get pretty bad. Good morning, Victor. Thank you so much for tuning in. Glad to see you. I haven't heard from you. Hopefully we can see each other very, very soon. We have bike lanes and medians, Frankie. We can't waste money on silly things like fixing streets and drainage, right, Rafa? You would think. Again, drainage infrastructure should be paramount, should be at the top of the list. And I'm not saying it's not, because we will show examples of how the city has been addressing these issues. But again, we have to be critical because it's never enough. We need better leadership and a new mayor. What I'm going to say in regards to this, Janet, is I feel as if our current city council focuses on little pet projects. They don't, look, yes, I did this, I did that. And again, there's so much need. There's so much need in the city of Brownsville. I'm not here to say that these individuals are doing a horrible job, but we can always have improvement. We can always address the more pressing issues. Again, I'm all in favor of fixing parks. I'm all in favor of having a healthier lifestyle. But in reality, the city of Brownsville the Rio Grande Valley is one of the most least educated, and unfortunately, we're all diabetic because of our diet. Estamos gordos. We're not healthy. And that's the reality. And I mean no disrespect. I got nothing but love for my raza, but that's the truth. We're too lazy to go on bikes. This isn't Austin. This isn't a hip city that we focus on wellness and health. We don't. We promote wellness and health. Me myself, I encourage my clients to go to their annual checkups to make sure that they that they eat well, that they're healthy. But you and I know that we're not. We have a Mediterranean food truck now. Is that the one next to the Exxon by off of the frontage, right next to Wells Fargo, or right across Kenny Court, right across from Wells Fargo at 802? I think I saw it. I was going to stop by. Let me know if you've tried it. I do want to stop by. When, if ever, have the mayors or leadership of all Rio Grande Valley cities had some type of conference with state and federal officials to address the flooding problems that affect the whole area? The RGV politicians need to share, bond, and come up with solutions to this decade-old problem. The constant flooding causes damages to houses, streets, and cars. This problem has been ongoing for far too long. And you're right, Gene. Again, this issue of flooding is something that's been going on. And, we can blame previous administrations for lack of detail, for lack of attention. We can blame our engineers in the past that haven't addressed this issue. We can do that. But our platform is meant to solve problems. Again, we don't want to be a Debbie Downer. We don't want you to come on and say, este vato, what is he going to say now? Nomás está queje, 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 queje. That's all he does. He just complains. No, we want to find the solutions. We want to fix people's problems. I'm very proud to be an insurance agent, an insurance broker, because I deal with individuals that have very delicate issues. I have clients with severe heart issues, diabetic. I have several HIV clients, very delicate issues, and I'm very fortunate enough that they give me the opportunity to help solve their problems in regards to their health care, in regards to their finances. I'm very fortunate because at the end of the day, I feel as if I'm making a difference. And that's what I want this platform to be. I don't want you to come on every 9 a.m. and say, este vato, he just complains. That's all he does. No, my clients come to me to fix their problems. And I take that very, very seriously. That's what I want this platform to be. I want people to come on here because we're going to solve people's problems. We're going to fix the city of Brownsville little by little. And maybe we don't have the resources that the city, county has, but by bringing awareness to the problem, by keeping our local elected officials on the hot seat, that is how we will make a difference. And that is what we want here. Live with Frankie will be coming on every day, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m., addressing these issues. Because again, if our local elected officials can't do it, step aside, Jack. We'll do it. We'll solve the problems. That is something that I hope I can convey and be a part of. Again, this isn't easy. This isn't something that I'm gonna do, but we together as a whole, as a community, could make that change for Brownsville. They always blame it was too much water too soon, so much money invested on worthless infrastructure, or is there too much waste, fraud, and abuse? You said it best, Iracheta. Again, what is the most pressing issue? We can argue, we can make the argument, and I'll dare say it. Whenever we get grants from the federal government, it's kind of hard to get a mordida. And I'll say that straight up. It's kind of hard to get a mordida from the federal government because TxDOT is the one that's going to be fixing the roads, drainage, ditches, medians, things like that. But when it comes to pet projects, when it comes to you know, the local elected officials, well, they can, hey, échate pa acá, échate pa acá. Isn't that right? Whenever money comes from the federal government, I think it's harder. Again, nothing's impossible, right? But I think it's harder whenever you deal with TxDOT to get a little mordida. When it comes to, and again, I'm not saying that our local elected officials are on the take. I'm not saying that. But what's our reputation? We have talked about questionable dealings from previous mayors. We have talked about how a former board member was arrested for bribery, for fraud, for theft. It's not like if I'm making this up. The rice is in the pudding. But you're absolutely right, Iracheta. Why isn't it that the money is invested on important issues? And we'll be talking about it very, very soon. Over 25 years, this is something that we've been dealing with forever. I miss Erasmo, but seeing you continue the fight for what is right, it makes me happy. Thank you so much. That is our mission. Again, I hope to be half the person that he was. It took him 15 years from when he started the page to his passing. And in those 15 years, he reached the pinnacle of his life. Professionally, he was doing amazing. For the community, he was the most recognized, the most hated, the most revered. But it took him 15 years to get to where he was. I'm starting that journey. It's going to take me probably 15 years. But we hope to keep his legacy alive. We hope that the community knows that there's someone, that there's people. And again, this isn't just me, that there's a community out there that wants a better Brownsville, that wants a better Cameron County, and it's going to fight for it no matter if. And again, for every rock that I throw, best believe that 10 rocks are thrown my way. I live in a glass house. I'm susceptible to it. I'm okay with that. But I hope the community knows that there's people out there that genuinely care, that genuinely want a better Brownsville, and we're going to fight for it no matter what. Beulah 67. Beulah 67, I remember. Well, I remember because my grandfather talks about that. And didn't it wipe out us or Galveston? No, Beulah was probably the strongest hurricane in the state of Texas. But we haven't gotten anything serious. And it's only a matter of time. Bill Gates is responsible for these heavy rains. Hey, man, you might be onto something, David. You might be onto something. This hurts. I am running for commissioner for Brownsville. Alejandro Garcia for Brownsville City Commissioner at Large. Hopefully I can get in your Facebook Live soon. Good morning, Alejandro. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will state this. I have been contemplating of what I should do for this upcoming elections. We are, less than 3 weeks away from early voting, April 22nd, with Election Day being May the 3rd. We will be doing a debate. There are 3 races that are up for grabs, and we will be doing a debate, so to speak. And we invite each and every candidate in each race to take part. I'm thinking that I'm going to do it a week before early voting. That way it's fresh in the community's minds. But we would love to have you, Alejandro, and to get to know you. Talk about what your platform is, your goals, your visions for the city of Brownsville, what direction you see us going, but ultimately, what you bring to the table. So thank you so much for tuning in. I will reach out to you very, very soon, but that's the idea. Live with Frankie, we'll be having a debate. We encourage our candidates to take part because it's very important for our community to know about the person and what they bring to the table. So thank you so much, and I hope you're part of this debate that we will be having a week before early voting. Thank you so much. Good morning. Shalom, shalom. We need to do something different for the city. You are right on small projects, but like Castro would say, are you calling me fat? Hell, keep the good work, Frankie. I'm handsome and totally not fat. That's something that he would always say. My beloved predecessor. Good morning, Martinez. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have eaten at that kebab food truck. It's pretty good. They make fresh fried falaf- falafel. 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 Is that the one, Tucker? I know Janet talked about it. Is that the one, the Mediterranean? Is that the one at the Exxon? Is it Exxon? It's off the frontage road and 802. I think that's where it is. Let me know. Let me know if let me know the location. What about the program we used to have to rebuild or fix up low income with a low mortgage payment? They stopped those programs. I think that's come dream come build. We talked about yesterday how they're investing $12 million on the Samano building, the old Payless building, and they will be converting that building into a homeless slash substance abuse clinic. Again, I'm all for helping out the homeless. I'm all for helping out individuals that have substance abuse problems, but we have bigger issues. I want the veterans to be addressed. I want our infrastructure to be addressed. I want the monies to go to programs for the raza to rebuild or to have a new home. But you're absolutely right, Janet. It seems as if the attention of these entities, the Come Dream, Come Build, GBIG, BCIC, it's not for la raza. It's for the people with money, the politicos, those in the circle. Let's go to the beach, Frankie. Let me know, White. Let me know, man. It's been a while. Hope to see you soon. Boca Chica Beach, baby. Rest in peace, Erasmo. Thank you so much, man. Hope to see you. Hope to see you soon. Where's Rodney Brown? Rodney Brown. It's been a while. It's been a while. But we'll talk to him very soon. Yes, get our beach back. I am. They take all, not few, money in the pockets of. You said it best. The most hated. Ha! It's true. He was hated. Just seen bad flooding on some people's Facebook pages, and we'll be talking about that very soon. We got your back. Thank you so much. You remember? Remember? Beulah was Brownsville. Beulah was Brownsville. Why am I thinking? Why am I thinking Galveston? I do. I was 5 to 6. She hit us straight on. I did hear about that. What makes you a better candidate than the other candidates? And that's why I want to debate. We want to do something different because once you bring a candidate on a one-on-one, it's not juicy. It's I want we want the fregazos. We want the good stuff. SpaceX and LNG bought Brownsville. Our politicians don't have to conspire or collude when all they do is eat at the same places. Their kids go to the same schools. They all belong to the same clubs. It's a social club. Beulah was Brownsville made a mud pit. Are we bound to get another Beulah soon? Possibly. Yes, Garcia, we need to know what you're going to do and not make promises. Just saying. I'm handsome and totally not fat. Vela, we all are. It's not hard to get a mordida from federal funding. Look at the COVID and Biden infrastructure bill money. A lot of it was moved around to pay for other projects once it was granted. You're absolutely right, Gene. I do stand corrected. Remember? You remember. Saludos a mi compa Warley. Where is Warley? Maybe the rain got him. Stop being so nice to those in power. We are in our right minds to be infuriated and rise against the machine. Yes, we should be mad. We should be upset because again, these are issues that us, the raza, have to deal with. Look at the city of Harlingen yesterday. They got 21 inches of rain. 21 inches of rain. The city of Brownsville, fortunately, again, we lucked out. We only got 2 inches of rain. Look at that. Again, Harlingen got hit the worst. And somebody from the city of Harlingen, and it kind of got me thinking. They posted this. This is people being infuriated. The city of Harlingen failed their people. I don't give a what y'all say. No warnings. My question to my community is, has the city of Brownsville failed its residents? Have our local elected officials not addressed the more pressing issues? That's a fair question. The city of Harlingen is upset. There was no warning. Hey, come get your sandbags. But to be fair, Did you expect that it was going to get this bad? I know I didn't. And again, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. All I do is watch the news. I read, and I watch sports. That's all I do. I'm constantly weather, sports, politics, politics. I'm a nerd. That's all I did. I didn't see this coming. I really didn't. Could this be something that, hey, Mother Nature just creeped up on us? Should we place the blame on our local elected officials? Is it fair for us to do so? Because again, these are very serious issues. Imagine your house being flooded. Take a look at the city of McAllen. The city of McAllen, if you haven't seen already, it's underwater. You have people, God bless their soul, God bless their heart, waiting for somebody to come rescue them on the top of their cars. You had patients at the McAllen Hospital. Imagine that. You would think that at a hospital you'd be safe. But imagine the flooding at a hospital? What? Fortunately for us here in Brownsville, we lucked out. Now there are some colonias, that probably got it bad. There are some areas that probably got it bad, but for the most part, we lucked out. Take a look at Alamo. Even Whataburger got hit hard in Alamo. And us Texans, don't mess. Don't mess with our Whataburger. I wanted to pose this question. Have our local elected officials failed us? I'm not, maybe not the current administration, but the previous for sure. We've talked about how Four Corners, Boca Chica, Morrison, International, where else? It gets flooded. And I'm talking about flooded. We need to be critical. We need to be vocal. We need to go out and vote. We need to ask the tough questions. What are you doing, elected official? What do you promise, candidate for city council, to bring to the table? Are you going to kick the can down the road? And again, it's different once you're in there, because again, I'm not saying that everything is let's do this, let's do that. No, I'm sure once they sit in that seat, it's a whole different ball game. It's not as easy as we perceive it to be. We get criticized. My predecessor got criticized a lot for being behind the mic and talking about these issues. But have our local elected officials been there for us? Have they done everything and more to make sure that the city of Brownsville is well taken care of? Good morning. Happy to see you, Frankie. Missing Erasmo Castro. Thank you so much, Aurora, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for those kind words. Thank you, Frankie. I will try to be here. Love your program, and we trust in you, mijo. Need to talk about insurance. Let me know how I could help. Thank you so much, Janet. Abbott issued an emergency response. However, it looks like a disaster. And McAllen, Hidalgo County, in particular, Hidalgo County is going to be a declaration of disaster. It's only a matter of time. Senator, Hossa, I'm sure, is probably right now, working to see how they could alleviate this problem. And this isn't just a Brownsville issue, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Hidalgo County issue. And this reminds me, you know what I think of? I think this is Reynosa, by the way. I don't know if you can see a person. Poor man. He's standing right there. He's got the water up into his chest. This isn't just an issue, and I don't want to seem like no, this is an issue that the whole Rio Grande Valley has. And you know what it got me thinking last night when I was laying down? I was thinking, have y'all gone to Matamoros? Have y'all gone to Reynosa? Have y'all been to Mexico? It's horrible. It's dirt. It's caliche. Poor people. If it rains, good luck. Why? Because the local elected officials over there, they siphon the money. Instead of, paying for the roads, nambe, se la clavan. Have we seen that here in our area? And again, this isn't a Brownsville issue. It's a Rio Grande Valley issue. But our heart is here locally in Brownsville. That's what I think of whenever I see issues like this. Because again, this is something that we're all dealing with. How could this rainfall have been predicted? It's tough. And tornadoes touched down. We found out right before, thanks to Channel 4. There was video. I'm not sure where in Hidalgo County, but I did see a video of tornado. We're entering into the dark enlightenment. It's a new guided age. Don't expect the state or even the local government to help. That's bad. Whenever we have to fend for ourselves, why the heck do we need government? That wasn't flooding in McAllen, a pipe busted. That is an old hospital. Stay corrected. The answer to your question is yes. What, am I handsome and totally not fat? We failed ourselves. We're scared to protest and demand accountability. The city of Brownsville commissioners are all winging it, just like Trump. Daddy Trump. You're absolutely right. It's difficult. It's difficult for us to be critical of others. It's difficult because of retaliation. I think that's why Erasmo was very successful, because he didn't care. He was willing to be that shield for the city of Brownsville, and he got a lot of flack for it. We are scared. Why? Because me as a business owner, is it going to affect my business? Am I going to lose clients? Is that going to affect my pocketbooks? We understand and realize the repercussions that it may cause and bring. But our love for the city, our commitment to this community supersedes that. We know we are bound to criticism. We know that it might affect my business. But at the end of the day, if you believe in something, if you are passionate about something, it makes it all worthwhile. And no more broken promises. Stay with your word. No more fake people on the board. You do car insurance? Yes, ma'am. I do home, auto, commercial, health, life as well. I'm an insurance broker. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. More than anything, my job is to educate. Hey, look here. These are your options. This is what else is out there. Any way that I can. I'm not looking for a sale. I'm just looking to try and educate and help you as much as possible. Let me know, Vela. What about Erasmo C on the board? We'll be talking about that momentarily. We'll be talking about that down the road. As of right now, they have until August to make an appointment. But with the city elections right around the corner, we're going to address the city first, and then once that's over, we'll be jumping on to BISD. Yes, Frankie. Am I handsome until you're not fat? Is that what you're going at? Tornado was an Elsa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Cindy. I haven't seen you in a while. Haven't seen you on. Thank you so much. Totally. Don't say that, because then I'll go to the gym and I'll take off my shirt and I'll start in front of the mirror and take a selfie. Gotta stay humble now. Algo lindo viene. I hope so. And I hope that we all could be a part of something lindo coming to the city of Brownsville. Say falafel. Falafel. What is your telephone number? Give me your digits. I'm putting it right now. 956-382-4638. Let me know how I can help. Well, in my humble opinion, of course, without offending anybody who thinks differently from my point of view, but also by looking at this matter a different way, without fighting it, by trying to make it clear and by considering each and everyone's opinion, I honestly believe that I completely forgot what I'm about to say. Good morning, my man. Shouts out to the Liberal Party that Carlos heads in Bexar County. Thank you so much, my lib friend. Hope to see you very soon. All of San Benito frontage is underwater. Yes, it is underwater. Again, this isn't an issue that Brownsville is dealing with. It's the Rio Grande Valley. Um, but again, it kind of got me thinking: are we another Mexico, where our local elected officials, instead of investing in our yes, Vela, I am an insurance agent, insurance broker. Um, are we in the Rio Grande Valley experiencing the same issues that our fellow Mexican people are facing, where their government, instead of uh, paving the roads and creating highways and investing in our infrastructure, that they siphon the money? Again, this isn't only a Brownsville thing. This is a Rio Grande issue. Take some selfies. Don't get me started, because then I'm gonna start an OnlyFans. Peace to all. I have to go. Love and peace. Thank you so much, Janet. Hope to see you soon. It's pronounced falafel. 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 That's it, right? The Dark Enlightenment is a book written by Nick Land, Elon Lomama, him and Curtis Yarvin. Check it out when possible. I will. The Dark Enlightenment. I'm intrigued now. You're an insurance agent? Yes, ma'am. I'm an insurance broker, insurance agent. I help clients with any healthcare, life, health, life, home, auto, and commercial issues that they may have. But we got a French restaurant downtown. I haven't gone. Me personally, and again, I'm all about supporting local business. But me personally, when I want Italian food, and I know people are going to say, "Oh, well, you have to shop local." Again, I'm all supportive of businesses, but whenever I want oh no, is there a French restaurant? I was thinking Italian. I didn't. I thought the one you're talking about downtown in Brownsville, I thought it was an Italian restaurant, not a French restaurant. But Meatball Cafe to me is, I love it. I wasn't aware that there's a French restaurant in downtown Brownsville. Don't hate us because we're beautiful and not fat. Nah, I love y'all. Compared to other surrounding cities, we're not that bad. Waters begin receding soon as the water stops. What does that mean? What does what mean? Falafel? That's a Mediterranean dish, if I'm not mistaken. Elon is a character in a Warner von Braun book, Project Mars, from the 50s. I have said that 1,000 times. Yes, that's why people say that he's from the outside world. The city of Brownsville is no secret that we have drainage issues. And as Matthew stated, we probably don't have it as bad as McAllen. We did see how bad they got it. Reynosa got it too. Again, infrastructure, drainage is a very important issue here in the city of Brownsville. Commissioner Roy de los Santos did state that there are projects currently in the works in the city of Brownsville to address flooding. He did state that they have been improvements. There is currently our public works for the city of Brownsville, which saves us money instead of contracting people. That they are currently focusing on our local infrastructure, because again, if it rains a peep in the city of Brownsville, it floods. It's no secret about that. Right now, currently, there's a lot of work being done in the city. International right now is horrible. If you can avoid the area, I personally go around Southmost. I go downtown a lot because my family's there. My family has offices. All my family is downtown actually. So I take Southmost to get to downtown. So there have been improvements to our local area. I don't want to seem, mean and say, "Oh, nothing's being done." Yes, there currently is being work done in the city of Brownsville, but is it enough? This currently right now is a drone, a picture from a drone from International, that they're making it into a 6 lanes. or don't tell me they're going to build a median because va a haber problemas. So there is work being done, but are we ready? Are we ready for a hurricane? Are we ready for large amounts of rain? Harlingen, the city of Harlingen got 21 inches of rain yesterday. And a concerned citizen posted, our local elected leaders have failed the people. It's hard. It's hard. And I'll state this, it's very hard to predict Mother Nature. Sometimes we're on top of it, sometimes we're not. But we need to think ahead. If we're smart about something, if there's planning, if there's an idea set in motion, then everything is a lot easier once it happens. It's like life. I deal with with my clients and their health issues. What happens to every person? They say taxes and death comes with certainty. What happens if you pass away? Would your family be able to pay for your funeral? A husband and wife, what happens to if the husband dies? Would the family, was a household still be able to live a certain lifestyle? Would they be able to upkeep that quality of life? And that is where life insurance comes in. It helps alleviate financial burden on the household. I'm very proud of what I do because I'm helping people with their health issues. I'm helping people with their finances. And that's my job, to solve their problems. We all know that we're going to die one day, but are we ready for it? Would our family be able to continue? That is why life insurance is important. Having some, and people ask me, well, what's the best life insurance? Shouts out to my friend Lupe. He always says, Frankie, what's the best life insurance out there? And he always says, the ones that come through whenever you need it the most. We have to be forward thinkers. The city of Brownsville is a fishbowl. Let's be honest. But if we're proactive, and that is something that I hate to see from our local elected officials, they react to the problems. Well, let's get in front of the problems. Let's address the issues now. And I commend the city of Brownsville for doing so. They are investing in our local infrastructure. They are addressing our drainage issues. But is it enough? We should be very critical. We should bring this attention to the forefront. It's very, very important. I do not visit those foofy places downtown. I have. Other than restaurants and bars, what other businesses can make Brownsville different from McAllen? That's hard, Carlos. That's very difficult because we don't have the money that McAllen has. Maybe, and I don't want to categorize everybody, but I see Brownsville, I see my people as living paycheck to paycheck. Going out to eat is getting difficult. What other businesses can we make Brownsville different from McAllen? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it even will hit. We have seen how restaurants, and the restaurant industry is very difficult. The bars is very difficult, unless they're laundering money, which maybe they are. But all we see here in the city of Brownsville are taquerias and bars. Shouts out to Ricardo's Tacos on Frontage. That's my go-to. La Vaquita. Calacas is good too. I'm not throwing no shade. But I don't know. That's a very difficult question, Carlos. What do you think? What do you think? What other business do you think Brownsville could have that could help? I live those foofy places downtown. I love them too. I like to feel foofies, and then I forget that I'm poor, and then I'll close my eyes and I'm like, yo soy Gucci, yo soy esto, yo soy lo otro. Then I wake up and I'm like, I'm poor. Why the hell did I wake up from my dream? Why focus on Mars when our own planet needs help to stay afloat? That is the argument that many people make. There's people that deal, there's world hunger. I'm very passionate about veterans. I think veterans should get all the benefits, should get everything. But you're absolutely right. Why focus on another planet when we ourselves here are suffering? Elon is dark MAGA. He's an NRX. Look it up. MAGA. It's big money makers to go to space. We lobby Congress for millions a day. It is money. It is very expensive to launch a rocket. I think it was like what, like $2 million. Recently, SpaceX had a failed rocket launch, and I think somebody said that it's like a $2-3 million launch each and every time. So yeah, it's expensive. No, it's not enough. No, Brownsville's not ready. We're not ready for a hurricane. Trump's unofficial guest of honor for his inaugural luncheon was Curtis Yarvin. Look it up. MAGA. Death and taxes. Death and taxes are almost certain. You a lobbyist, Matthew? El Matthew White on the lobbying. What about those crappy cars? What crappy cars? Vela, no. I'm a launch pad contractor. Oh, I see. He's out there in SpaceX. The only planning there is who's going to get their moche. Remember Tanaska, the arena, and Sylvia Atkinson? Remember! It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate the city of Brownsville does have this black eye, this stigma that everyone is on the take. We like to think that individuals run for public office because they want to give us they want to give us something better that we didn't have. And again, I'm very fond of individuals that put their hat in the ring to run for public office, because at the end of the day, they're putting themselves out there. They're exposing them and their families to criticism, and rightfully so. I'm not saying that they're, rightfully so. But that is I don't want to say misconception, but that is our track record, Lalo. That everyone goes to public office for the almighty dollar. Tanaska, the arena, and former BISD board member who was arrested and charged and found guilty, actually. Brownsville, the city of Brownsville, it is no secret that we do have drainage issues. It is encouraging to see that the city of Brownsville is slowly addressing these issues, but we want more. We want more attention to this. We understand that there are other pressing needs that the city has, but to us, citizens, providing us a better quality of life, because what happens whenever there's a flood? It affects our homes. It affects our vehicles. We lose money. We have to spend more money. And we're not living in a third world country. We live in the best country, the good old US of A, where we're promised a good quality of life, an opportunity to live modestly. And when our elected officials don't bring us that, that is when we, the people, need to rise. Freedom! Whoever controls space can control the earth. Satellites and future space weapons are real. Imagine, Gene, what the world's going to be like in 50 years. Imagine what the world is going to be like in 100 years. I wish I was around to see it, because I think of like the Jetsons. I close my eyes and I think of the Jetsons, and I think of, what's that Van Damme movie that they made like in sci-fi future? That is what we're going at. But you're right. Whoever controls space controls Earth. Satellites are kind of like drones now. They control everything. We should make the lower valley, starting from Harlingen, a small plex area like McAllen and the surrounding areas. It would be Brownsville, Harlingen, Los Fresnos, South Padre. Imagine coming into Harlingen and seeing awesomeness all the way to South Padre. You have a good vision, my man. You have a good vision, and you're absolutely correct. We need elected officials that are visionary, that see Brownsville as being that gem, and maybe we have to fix up the surrounding areas. I think there was at one point, I'm not sure if the county initiated this. There was talks about having like a metropolitan area, but again, whenever you talk about control, it's all about a control thing. San Benito doesn't want to give up control. Los Ferreros doesn't want to give control. Harley's the ones that get control. Brownsville is the bigger city. I think there was talks at one time of having like a coalition of cities, of entities, and I think they were going to do a rail, or where was it, the bus or something like that. Excuse me, but it's all control. Gene Sims, that's what they said 70 years ago. Hey, takes a while, doesn't it? It is Friday, March 28th, 9:57 a.m. We want to better Brownsville. We hope that drainage issues is at the forefront of our local elected officials. We encourage our candidates to take part in the debate that we will be having a week before early voting. We want to hear what your platform is, what you bring to Brownsville. What's your idea in regards to the flooding in the city? Can you help? What do you bring to the table? It is Friday, March 28th, March 27th. Max, there are streets of 510 that are inside Brownsville city limits. There you go. Thank you so much for your time and your attention, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I take great pride in coming on before you. I see Brownsville as being that city on the hill, that jewel. We should be the light. We should be the example. But it seems as if cities like McAllen and others are eating our lunch. There are many issues that are affecting our city. We can talk about the airport. We can talk about our local economy. We can talk about the drainage issues. But we can all agree we want individuals that are going to fight for us. Forget about being, getting rich. Forget about being on the take. Do something for the people. That is what we all ask. Brunch. Let me know, my man. I'm all up for it. This is Live with Frankie Olivo. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. You best believe Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. we will be here asking those tough questions, holding our local elected officials accountable. Why? Because we care and we want to better Brownsville for our future generations. It's like parents. We always want to give them what we didn't have. And hopefully one day we can achieve that together. Thank you so much. Hope to see you here on Monday. Peace.